YouTube disclaimer: this video is pure fantasy fiction, not to be taken as a statement of fact, for entertainment purposes only. Hi there, my name is Toby, and on this video I want to talk about modern science. And to me, modern science is blind, totally, utterly blind. And because of that, so are all of us. We are all blind, including all these New Age people. Even all the New Age people are still taken by modern science. They're still amazed by, oh, modern science has discovered this, discovered that, and that proves our alternative theory. But it's all nonsense. It's missing something so big that it's nearly ridiculous. In fact, I would go so far as to say that modern science is actually science fiction. And it's done in such a way that this is done on purpose. Science fiction together with modern science has all been a distraction, a psyop, if you like. Now, how can I say that? Now, give me a minute, bear with me, because if you can go through this argument with me, it's very simple. It's so simple, I'll be shocked if you still disagree with me afterwards. But if you do disagree with me, please let me know. I'll be very curious to see what your argument would be to disagree with this. Now, you see, it's blind because it's missing half of the picture. So the universe is comprised of two things, metaphysics and physics. Now, the thing is, modern science denies metaphysics altogether. They think it's nonsense. And that's half of the picture missing. So they're only working with physics, and they've got a very limited understanding of even that. And the reason they only got a limited understanding of that is because they have dismissed metaphysics. Metaphysics is required to understand physics. You can't separate the two. Now, what is metaphysics? Herein lies the problem. None of us, nobody seems to understand what it is. What is metaphysics? We think we do. All people are talking about the field and quantum mechanics and this and that. And people are talking about the soul and energy. But they still they can't wrap their head around what is metaphysics. It's not physical. Not physical. People have got in their head another dimension. There's another dimension. They're still thinking it's going to be a place like this. There's another place like this with different things happening. It's not a place like this. It's outside space. It's outside time. It's not physical. It's ever so simple if you can wrap your head around that. Now, let me give an example, and this is the proof that I wanted to share with you. You see, let's look at mathematics. Now, modern science is built upon mathematics. It's built upon it. They cannot deny mathematics. But what is it? What is mathematics? Mathematics is metaphysics. It's not physical. It only occurs in your mind. Consciousness has to be there for mathematics. Consciousness has to go through the process. So without consciousness, there's no mathematics. But consciousness is not physical. You can write down the mathematics, but it happens in an abstract place. It's abstract. Metaphysics is the abstract world. And furthermore, mathematics is true. It's always true. You can ask that to any scientist, is mathematics true? Yeah. That's what it is by definition. When you say, well, is it always true? Yeah. Is it true whether we understand it or not? Yeah. There's stuff in mathematics we still haven't discovered, but it's true. Whether we understand it or not, it's still true. It has to be by definition. It's the process of logic. It cannot be anything else. So if it's always true, when you say, well, is it true before the Big Bang? Well, yeah, mathematics has to be true before the Big Bang. Now, there is no Big Bang, as a side note, but of course they all believe in the Big Bang. So, well, is it true before that? Well, yeah, mathematics is always true. So that means mathematics is true and exists outside space and outside time. Well, yeah, it has to. That's metaphysics. So they're using mathematics, which is metaphysics, to deny the existence of metaphysics. They are using metaphysics to deny the existence of metaphysics. That's nonsense. That's the argument. It's as simple as that. How blind can you be? You are using the very metaphysics that you don't like, don't agree with, don't even think it exists. You are using that metaphysics every day, every little bit of your science you're doing, you're using metaphysics, but you deny its existence. Now let's look at technology. All sorts of technology they make. And this technology has all got different geometries. They have to use geometry. Geometry, shapes, are used to create technology. The basic dynamo that creates electricity is a shape. It has to be a coil of wire. That is a circle. That is geometry. What is geometry? Geometry is mathematics. What is mathematics? Remember, it exists outside space, outside time. It is metaphysics. The circle, the geometry of a coil of wire is metaphysics. You are using metaphysics to create your technology, yet you deny the existence of metaphysics. How blind can you be? All of them, all different technologies require different geometries. If you look at a magnetron that creates microwaves, a microwave oven, they have to have a circular thing partitioned. And then that shape creates the effect. Electricity passing through that, magnetism passing through that, creates the frequency of microwave radiation. They need that geometry to create a magnetron. You have to have that geometry. What is geometry? Geometry is mathematics. Mathematics is metaphysics. Every single bit of technology is based on geometry. But oh no, there's no such thing as metaphysics. It's blind. Now, I'd go so far as to say modern science is science fiction. It's a psyop. The science fiction books go together with the actual modern science. Now we're all believing in time travel. Time travel. Yeah, we got time travel. Quantum mechanics says we've got time travel. First we have time travel in the fictional books. Now we've got very clever scientists, very clever Nobel Prize winners, professors, PhDs, telling us, oh yeah, maybe we have got time travel. No, there is no time travel. This is science fiction. Think about it. Think about it. The only reality is the present moment. This moment right now. The past, just a few moments ago when I started this lecture, no longer exists. It's gone. It's in the past. It does not exist. The future, when I finish this lecture, it does not exist. It has not happened yet. If it does not exist, how can I go there? Only the present moment exists. So I'm sorry to disappoint people who thought there might be time travel. No time travel. It's nonsense. Pure science fiction. The universe is simple. Now you have acceleration and deceleration of time. You have a slight variation, but no time travel. Time is simply the measure of change. It's nothing. It's not a thing in itself. It's a measurement of change. If you want to go backwards in time, you have to undo all of the changes in the universe. You cannot undo all of the changes in the universe. If you want to go into the future, you have to accelerate all the changes in the universe. You cannot accelerate all the changes in the universe. So you cannot go to the future. And then you've got wormholes, interdimensional travel. Sorry, nonsense. No, there is no interdimensions. There is only this physical reality. You can think of that as a dimension if you want. It's just a place. It's three-dimensional space, if you like to call it that. That's it. And that spreads out, it spreads out towards infinity, but as you go towards infinity, it's moving into metaphysics, it's moving into mathematics. We can't physically express infinity. So all you have is metaphysics and physics. As you go to metaphysics, there is no time, there is no space. So time and space will collapse inwards and they will expand outwards. That's all there is. A black hole is time and space collapsing inwards, but there's also something coming out. Energy is also coming out. So if you think you're going to go into a black hole and come out somewhere, all that happens is time and space, matter is collapsing in. You as part of matter will just collapse inwards. You'll just disappear with everything. You won't be preserved. You'll just disappear into the hole. That's the end of it. You've moved from physics into metaphysics. But where we are now, alive, we are a combination. As a living being, we are a combination of metaphysics and physics. We're in the sweet spot. This is the best place to be. We've got physical reality and we've also got non-physical reality. These two things are working together. Now we've got life. That's what life is. So no time travel, no interdimensional wormholes. All this is science fiction to mislead us. Teleportation, no teleportation. You can't have teleportation, sorry. You cannot destroy all the atoms and then have them all reappear again. Can't do that. Can't do that. You see, there is a process of creation. Metaphysics slowly has to go through a process to be manifest. I cannot just manifest something. This crystal here, I cannot make it disappear and then reappear. Can't do that. It has to be grown. It has to go through the process. You see, it is what it is. That's what life is. The universe is a process of growth. That process of growth is governed by mathematics, in particular the mathematics of the golden ratio, phi, the Greek letter phi. The whole universe is governed by this mathematics. And all of us, if I want to do something in this life, I have to do it through a process of growth. You may have the feeling that something appears, but it's in the background and suddenly it appears to you. It's like I plant a seed, I grow a plant, I forget about it, I've forgotten about the plant, and then 5 years later I come back and look, oh, the plant has grown. So I think, wow, I manifested a plant. Well, I didn't manifest the plant, I planted the seed and forgot about it. It had to go through the process. It's just my timing. That's what synchronicity is. That's the feeling of manifestation. People talk about manifesting this, manifesting that. You do it, you project out the image of it, the idea of it, but it has to go through a process of growth to actually happen. So that's how the universe works. Metaphysics and physics. And we cannot separate the two. And modern science has gone completely materialistic on purpose. This again there's a reason that has happened, because that has kept us away from the real technology, because only this ether physics, it can have a free energy machine. Quantum mechanics, the science they've got, cannot have a free energy machine. They do not believe in the free energy possibility, because they've got the first law of thermodynamics. The first law of thermodynamics does not apply in ether physics, because ether physics is the process of manifestation, creating energy from nothing. Free energy is when you create it from nothing. That's the true free energy. And such a machine is possible. Here is a magnet. Energy is coming out of it. It's coming from a tiny point in the middle. There's nothing happening, it's just coming out. Energy is coming out from a point of inertia. A tiny point, the field comes out. In that point there is no field, yet the field appears. It's actually appearing and disappearing. So there is energy coming out of the ether in here. That's what it is. And a free energy machine is just a more clever version of this. We've got to work out better versions of that. So I hope this little lecture made sense. Please do leave any questions or comments below, and thank you very much for your time, spending your time listening to me. I do appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in any of these other videos here.